developments. Let's stay on this matter a while longer. For more on the minorities activism, let's bring in the Member of Parliament for Ofuase Ayuribi, Kojo Oppong Nkrumah. Good evening to you, Honourable.
Good evening, Eno. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Very well.
What do you say to critics who believe the minorities protest was an exercise in futility, especially since Chairman Wontumi is still in custody?
In a democracy, there are as many opinions as there are citizens. And so they will be entitled to their opinion. They'll be entitled to think so of our engagement with the IOCO officials today. What we sought to do today was to draw attention to the real issues at play today. The real issue at play today is the politics. As for the law, Learned Counsel and the legal team for Bernard Nkrumah are dealing with that one. But the law is being used as a cover to execute a political agenda. Chairman Wontumi is not the first. We don't even think he will be the last. There's a whole agenda of this new administration to intimidate members of the MPP and to cow members of the MPP into submission. Reverend Intim Fojo, Adenta Kumi, I mean, it's a whole list. Their views that they have so much goodwill, they've won by such a large margin. Ghanaians love them and despise the MPP so much, so they're going to use this period as an opportunity to cow the MPP into submission. And so what they are doing is that they are using the law and state security agencies as a cover or as a ruse to perpetuate that agenda. So today what we did was to go to IOCO to seek to engage with the IOCO officials and draw their attention to a number of things. Number one, the Ghanaian democracy is mature. Do not allow yourself to be used by any political officer to achieve their political objective. Number two, even if you claim that what you are doing is just law, you see, according to the Criminal Procedure Act, Act 30, something like arrest, restriction, or detention is the first, in fact, it's a second level. The first level is that if you suspect somebody of a crime, you invite the person, you caution the person, and if you think that you have a basis to prosecute that person, you can summon the person to court and prosecute that person. If you think that that person is resisting arrest or is not responding to that invitation, you may then decide to arrest, detain, or restrict. That's level 2. Level 3 is that if by 48 hours you think or after 48 hours you think there's a reason to hold that person, you go to court and charge that person, and then the court can admit the person to bail. And even that one, the courts are clear that bail should not be set at a level that becomes punitive or difficult to meet. Because the real test is, can I find this person when I want to take the person to the actual substantive criminal process? So let's examine it in this context. There was the desire by the state to interrogate Chairman Wontumi for some suspected matters. What they did was that they went to his house in Kumasi ostensibly to try and arrest him, Rambo-style arrest. And it was resisted by people who were around. And then Chairman Wontumi reported, as had been agreed with them, to the police CID and was participating in the investigation. In fact, they cautioned him and they granted him bail. And he was now appearing on a daily basis to respond to charges. Now, at this stage, is he a flight risk? No. Is he somebody you can't find? No. So if you have anything against him, you summon him in court and charge him.
Right.
They didn't do that. Then they went to the next level, that after he had finished with the CID interrogation and he was going home, then the Yoko guys in this Rambo style went to accost him in the middle of the road, picked him up and took him to Yoko. It's been more than 48 hours. So now then they moved to level 2, which was arrest, restriction, detention. Okay, even for that one, the law says that you can grant the person police inquiry bail.
Right.
So that he will go and he will come back tomorrow morning. Now, this is somebody who has been going back and forth. What is the basis on which you now deny him even police inquiry bail after 48 hours?
Okay.
And then now you move to the next level where you set the bail conditions at 50 million Ghana cedis of property to be justified. Obviously, you know it will take even about 2 weeks to get valuation reports, etc. on land. So it's a deliberate attempt to keep him in custody and to intimidate him, and as part of that broader exercise to intimidate members of the MPP.
But Kojo, has IOCO, the government, or any majority leaders in parliament reached out to your caucus on the concerns you've raised?
No, they haven't. What we noticed is that earlier this evening, my friend, the Deputy Attorney General, made a post on Facebook. I mean, if there's really the intention to engage, we are all people in this country who know each other. Even a simple phone call to respond, guys, we've noticed this, but these are the issues, or so and so. No, I went to do a post on Facebook. So it's like, to hell with you guys. We have power. We'll do what we want. To go and post on Facebook that these are the reasons. So that's not even the conversation we're having. The conversation we're having is that he's not a flight risk. He's not somebody who is unknown. He's not somebody that you can't find. This is somebody who is coming to CID every day. If you need him for something else, I imagine that you would summon him or you invite him that, okay, when you're finished with CID, come this way. So, but all of this exercise, that is why we're saying that we see it as political. We see it as part of an effort to intimidate the minority.
So with Chairman Wontumi still in custody, what other actions or, options are available to the minority?
Well, our objective is not even the legal side. Our objective is to continuously engage with Yoko and other state security agencies through various fora, through various means, to draw their attention to the fact that the Ghanaian democracy has gone beyond this level. Number two, that the rule of law and people's human rights must be respected. Today, it's MPP members who are being haunted. Tomorrow it may not be us, it may be somebody else. If we acquiesce and allow this blatant abuse of people's rights to continue, tomorrow it will be done to you,
Right. So if this is indeed about, safeguarding his liberty, why won't minority MPs come together to stand surety and help meet the bill conditions by pooling the necessary documents or lands together?
Because this bill limit that they are setting is punitive, and the law doesn't allow that. They are deliberately using it as an excuse or as a ruse to keep him in custody. Your answer to that should not be to help them to do that. Your answer to that should be to draw their attention to the fact that you don't do this. If we come together and do that for him, tomorrow when it's you and you don't have people to do that for you, the president has been set already, and now you have to comply. That is why we have to continue to engage and draw their attention that today the NDC may be in power, and you are being instructed to do this. Brothers and sisters, this does not augur well for our democracy. Let's do the right thing. So that tomorrow, if it is not somebody who can get friends to mobilize 50 million worth of landed property to come and build that person out, that person will not be left hanging. We set it at a limit. And by the way, let's be clear, we haven't said that nobody should be questioned or held accountable or anything. No, we are only saying that do it in accordance with the law.
Would the minority be going back to Yoko tomorrow?
We won't put all our cards on the table yet. We continue to engage on various fronts.
All right.
And for our next steps, we'll let you know as and when we're ready to.
All right. Thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you.
Kojo Oppong Nkrumah is Member of Parliament for Ofuase Ayuribi. You're still watching.